Hi, I'm GlenNeta Griffin, and welcome to Inside Look at Clayton County, highlighting some of our most popular events and greatest achievements. Clayton County Fire and Emergency Services recently broke ground on their new multi-purpose training facility. Now, the new establishment will hold 4 1,000-square-foot classrooms that will also convert into conference and seminar areas to seat more than 200 people. This is the next step in creating a regional training complex that will provide the latest fire, emergency medical, and law enforcement tactical training.
Efficient and proper training means the difference between life and death, not only for the citizens, but for the public safety official as well. So what you see today represents a new vision, a new direction, and an enhancement in the quality of life for the citizens of Clayton County. And as the chief just said, I believe it's a regional training facility. So we are impacting a region, Clayton County, Georgia.
Chairman Jeff Turner and County Development Partners recently celebrated the commencement of construction on the $35 million extension of Charles W. Grant Parkway from Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport to Interstate 285. Now, this investment will provide unparalleled access to the airport cargo area. According to figures from the Atlanta Regional Commission, there could be 2,400 new jobs in the area by 2020 and an additional 2,000 jobs by year 2040.
Well, this groundbreaking is very significant to Clayton County and to the state of Georgia. It's just another example of partnership. This project couldn't have happened without the help of the state, the county leadership, and our private partners.
When you talk about Clayton County, you talk about 4 major highways that go through Clayton County. You cannot tell me we are not strategically located here on the south side of Atlanta. We have so much to offer, so much growth and opportunity, and we even have the bus system. So know that change is coming. The landscape of Clayton County is changing. The leadership is changing for the better.
The roadway improvements will provide transportation system linkage and access to future redevelopment of the Mountain View area. Mountain View represents one of the few large undeveloped areas inside Atlanta's I-285 perimeter and is a part of the new Aerotropolis development area. It has superior access to rail, 2 interstates, and the major international airport. Now, if you missed the Chamber's 10th annual Women in Business Luncheon, you missed a treat. Grammy-Award winner Yolanda served as the keynote speaker and was an inspiration to every woman in attendance as she shared her amazing journey to success.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to be here with you. I get so excited when I get opportunities to encourage and uplift and enlighten people on just doing the right things, especially when it comes to business and getting together with people of like minds. This room is full of greatness, and I just want you to give yourselves a hand for just being here and being a part of this great celebration. 10 years, can you imagine? Women in business. I love women in business because I'm a woman in business, and I've had the pleasure of having staff members, as Rhonda has said, who will follow me no matter where I go, because they know that where I'm going, we're going to go somewhere, and we'll figure it out sometimes along the way. But I absolutely love opening new doors and showing people how much they have on the inside of them. It's all about potential. If you can get a person to understand the potential that God has given them before the foundation of the world, half of the battle is over. Most of the time, encouraging people to be their best selves is getting away from all of the negative stuff that they've grown up with. We've heard it when we were kids. You're just a B student. Oh, girls can't do math. Well, I don't believe that, because we got a lot of girls in here that excel at math. Amen? Because you would not be a woman in business. Oh, men too. I'm sorry. But if you could go back to your life as, let's say, a teenager, going through the rough part of that teenage year. Oh, am I good enough? Am I thin enough? Am I this enough? Am I cute enough? Is my hair enough? You know, you go through all of that. And fast forward to today. And no matter how many hills and mountains you've had to climb, no matter how many rivers you had to drudge through and slush through and slosh through, you realize that it's not just about an appointment, it really is about the journey. Don't ever think that your journey is not worth it, because somebody's watching you. Somebody's watching you. They want to see you succeed in business. They want to see you be the best attorney. They want to see you be the best judge. They want to see you be the best mayor. They want to see you be the best dean, because they're looking and they're saying, if they can do it, I can do it. Yes. And I'm here to tell you, if I can do it, you can do it. But it starts with a decision. The decision that I am going to make every day better than the last. The decision that no matter what's happening around me or what's happening in my personal life, I will not dump that on the people that are around me, because they don't deserve it.
The Board of Commissioners and the Clayton County UGA Extensions Office has partnered to educate county residents about available federal programming for homeowners who may be experiencing negative equity in their homes.
Extension is part of the University of Georgia, but we also are part of county government. So we are a department in county government. Our purpose is community education, and so what we do is bring research information from the university to the community where people can actually use that information. That's our job. We provide education in a variety of areas. If you haven't heard of us, you may know the 4-H program. That's one of the programs that we do. People typically, if they haven't heard of anything else, they've heard of 4-H. We're also the people that you bring your shrubs, your trees, your lawn issues, anything around your home. We can analyze those things, analyze your water. That's also something we do. How we go about programming is that we do research within our community where we live and determine what are the issues for families in that particular community. When we were doing research this year for our plans of work, we found the issue of underwater mortgages in Clayton County and what a serious issue it is in Clayton County. And so as Extension and how we program, we said, okay, how can we address this? How can we share information? And again, we're about education. So this summit today is an educational session to share with you what we know about housing assistance programs that are out there. You're going to be able to hear about all the opportunities that are out there for you and determine whether there's something here that you hear about that's going to work for your particular situation. You will also have an opportunity after we hear it in a larger setting to talk with our housing counselors one-on-one if you have particular issues that you want to discuss to find out if one of these programs is going to work for you. So hopefully you will hear something today that's really going to be beneficial to you, or if not you, a neighbor. Also, I hope that you take some time to learn more about Extension and come visit our office in Jonesboro. We're there to share a multitude of information and help the citizens in Clayton County.
To find out more information, visit UGA-ClaytonCountyHousing.com. The Clayton County Department of Health recently held their 4th annual Emergency Preparedness and Response Community Seminar to discuss the best strategies and techniques to ensure that your family and neighborhood are fully prepared for disasters. Now, our CCTV News team met up with Dr. Alpha Fowler Bryan, Director of the Clayton County Board of Health, who provided a synopsis of the entire initiative.
I'm Dr. Alpha Fowler Bryan. I'm the District Health Director here in Clayton County. It's such a pleasure to be here today for this exciting opportunity to learn more about emergency preparedness efforts here in Clayton County. Today's event is focused on homebound and those who are bedridden. For the last several years, in fact, we've been focused on vulnerable populations because we recognize that clearly our vulnerable citizens, those who are disenfranchised, those who have disabilities, those who are bedridden, and those who are homebound are so indeed vulnerable to emergency events, whether they're man-made disasters or whether they're natural disasters. And so today, we are addressing concerns and issues and attempting to provide further information on how we can all better respond under these circumstances and, in fact, our most vulnerable populations.
It's very important for me to be here and to come to these type of events because you are our treasures here in Clayton County. We appreciate what you've done to make this county what it is today. Your support, your effort, and in turn, we need to make sure that you are taken care of. Because when tragedy happens, whether it's man-made or God-made, a plan is better than no plan. And you need to be aware of the resources that's available to you. You need to be aware of where to go, what to do. And Mr. Duggar and his staff, Dr. Bryant, Board of Health, does an excellent job making sure that you are prepared. And I'm only too proud to be able to say I'm very thankful for the work and their efforts, and to know that I am the chairman of Clayton County, representing each and every one of you. I'm here to serve you.
Community leaders are taking the lead on standing up against gang violence. Officials recently held a powerful panel discussion to inform citizens and our youth of current crime statistics and awareness of gangs. The initiative educated attendees on preventative measures that can reduce rates and provide overall valuable information to protect our citizens.
Another purpose of this seminar is to clearly let the community know we are not giving up on our children. We cannot and we will not give up on our future. But they need guidance, they need positive role models, and they need programs that will keep them out of trouble. So for us to do that, we have to work collectively together. We've got to collaborate, we've got to partner. We have to make things happen in this county for our children, for our future's sake. And I can truly say, through collaborations such as the system of care with the juvenile court, the initiatives that the police departments have, the DA's office, Solicitor Generals, we are making that happen. We are making a concerted effort to address the needs and the issues involving our youth here in Clayton County. The answer isn't always to lock them up and throw away the key, as you heard so far. But we need to hear from you. We want your input, the citizens, the youth. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you need. And I can guarantee you, we have a sympathetic ear. We're going to listen. We're going to be involved. Community engagement on all levels, especially the faith-based community, is what we need. If there's ever a time for prayer, it's today. So please continue to pray for our youth. So at this time, we're going to open up the floor for questions.
Are there anything you guys are putting in place to try to bridge that gap and gaining confidence with these young children so that they are looking to you as opposed to these gang members?
And we have developed some curricula that we are about to launch, and what we've done is trying to make sure that we're all on the same educational platform, if you will. We're trying to make sure that we all have the same message. We represent various factions in our professional organizations.
Is there, and I guess this is for the entire panel, are there collaborative efforts and or programs that are designed to address the entire metro area? Because obviously as people move about, there are things that come from without that will affect Clayton County.
The National Association of Black Prosecutors, which I'm a member of, and several of my prosecutors are a member of, have taken a version of Real Talk, and they hit the problem areas that have been targeted or we know or are aware of here in Metro Atlanta, predominantly African American schools. Actually, they've been concentrating of late in DeKalb County, some city of Atlanta, and we're trying to branch out. It's a small group of us. So it's a small group that are trying to do a whole lot because we're needed. We're going to have to expand. We know that, but we started there. Noble, which I'm a member of, everybody is trying, but unfortunately, even though our memberships might be high, there's only a few that are willing to give up their Saturdays or their evenings. And really, instead of talking the talk, walk the walk. Sure. Because it takes time. So hopefully, our prayer is within the next year. I'm thinking probably realistically 2 years, both groups should be able to get together and with larger numbers start targeting more schools in the metro area. Because you're absolutely right. If somebody's got a beef in Atlanta with somebody down here, they're coming. And we got to stop.
We teach violence as a disease as opposed to being a social issue. We teach that kids are infected with social HIV, hood infectious virus. We call it hood disease. And if hood disease is not attended to, it turns to full-blown AIDS, addiction to incarceration, and the death syndrome. Jesse Gorey, Chief Porter, and I see some other individuals here who participated in the last Boys to Men lock-in that we had over the Riverdale Town Center. I'm here asking for this committee to help get involved in that program that we're doing. We're not just trying to do it in Clayton County, but we want Clayton County to be the headquarters for a pilot that we can do in the metro-wide area to keep our kids alive and free.
Let me ask a question of Katie. I believe that there, correct me if I'm wrong, some mandatory sentencing for crimes that are gang-related. Can you speak on that?
There is. At a point in time that it is gang-related, there are different levels. Like Deputy Chief Hawkins was telling you, it's not just illegal just to be in a gang, but when you're out committing crimes and you're in a gang, that's illegal. So if you're a head member and it's gang activity, it's 20 and above. Okay? If you're the head. And that's the type of intelligence that we get, and we're gathering. Detective McKay will tell us, hey, this is a top level guy. This is what the law calls a supervisor. Because they're trying to organize it like we're organizing our office. If you're a lieutenant, or anyone below that, it drops down, but it's still 10. And you know what happens is if you're convicted of, let's say, armed robbery, that gang crime is separate and an additional 10 to 20 years. So it's an exposure that our kids are exposed to when they're out committing crimes with their friends, whether or not they're the driver or the one holding the gun. And it's something we got to let them know. It's not just you're running the risk of the crime, you're running the risk of the additional time.
System, we also have, it's not mandatory, but we do have something that other states don't have. It's called the designated felony law. And there's a Class A and Class B. And you will find gang-related activities in both Class A and Class B. Now, what it means is this. Any of the designated felonies in Class A, which is going to be your more serious designated felonies, the maximum penalty is placement in a youth prison. We call them YDCs, but they're actually, prisons, okay? They have razor wire fences. 5 years. So it's 0 to 5 years, okay? If it's a Class B, it's commitment to the Department of Juvenile Justice for 3 years, but the maximum stay in the youth prison is 18 months. Now, those that are in Class A, the gang-related activities, are the ones that are more violent, like possession of a gun. There's violence, there's injury. That's going to be a gang-related activity. When that happens in the commission of a gang-related activity, the maximum is 5 years, okay? The others, which tend to be more misdemeanors like graffiti and things of that nature, okay, would be the maximum 18 months, all right? And, I want to say this, too, on behalf of Tracy Lawson. She used to be a juvenile court judge. And Tracy gets it, okay? Even those kids, now we're not talking about the ones that Ms. Powers was referring to, the leaders, okay, but those kids who commit one of the 7 deadly sins, she has the discretion to transfer to juvenile court, okay? I want you to know that your district attorney is very careful and is really the most sympathetic district attorney in the state of Georgia when it comes to identifying those kids who are amenable to the juvenile system than in the adult system, okay? And she does transfer kids on over to the juvenile system. And we have a policy that if a plea is made over there in Superior Court and it's that they get the maximum 5 years, I'll give them the maximum 5 years. But you know what Tracy's doing? If they had stayed in the adult system, they would have ended up at a minimum of 10 years in an adult system that isn't going to give that kid the treatment that that kid would get in the juvenile system. And I think you all need to know that about your district attorney, that she works hard to try to save those kids that she believes that she can save. So I just want to throw that in there.
Clayton County resident and World War II veteran Stanley T. Byars Sr. was recognized at the state capitol for his heroic service in Normandy, France. He served in the European Theater of Operations during World War II in the United States Army as a sergeant assigned to the historic 4008th Quartermaster Truck Company, also known as the Red Ball Express. Mr. Byars received France's highest honor. And now, here's an exclusive opportunity to learn our county departments. Today, we're taking you inside of the legal department of the Clayton County Board of Commissioners. You see her at the board meetings, but let's meet our Chief Staff Attorney, Ms. Christy Barnes, and her phenomenal legal team.
Hi, I'm Christy Barnes, Chief Staff Attorney with the Clayton County Staff Attorney's Office, and today we're learning our county department. The Clayton County Staff Attorney's Office is an internal department. We're located at 112 Smith Street in Jonesboro, Georgia. There are 7 employees of our department, including 4 attorneys and 3 administrative staff members. Although we're an internal department, we consider ourselves to be public servants, and the work that we do for our employees here with Clayton County is used to provide a better way of living for the citizens of Clayton County. In the Clayton County Attorney's Office, we work directly with employees in providing them with legal advice regarding contractual matters, Fair Labor Standards Act issues, Family Medical Leave Act issues, privacy concerns, things of that nature. One of the misconceptions about our office is that we provide free legal advice to members of the public, which we do not. We have one client, and that is Clayton County government. We routinely work with commissioners and department heads on resolutions and ordinances that are presented to the Board of Commissioners for consideration and approval. Generally, the resolutions are used to govern the actions of county employees. The ordinances are the laws of the county. Although we're an internal department, we are public servants, and the work that we provide for our Board of Commissioners and to our employees is used for the general betterment of the citizens of Clayton County. For more information, please visit us on the web at claytoncountyga.gov. This has been another segment of Learning Our County Departments.
Thank you for joining us.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Clayton TV 23 and tune in daily to stay connected to your local government. This has been another inside look at Clayton County. I'm your host, GlenNeta Griffin. Thank you for joining me.